Today we are taking a look back at one of the most iconic phones of all time, the OnePlus One. It's hard to believe that it's been almost a decade since the launch of the OnePlus One, but even in 2023, it holds a special place in the hearts of tech enthusiasts. The OnePlus One was released back in 2014, and it was a phone that quickly gained a reputation for being a flagship killer. It offered high-end specs and a premium design, all at a much more affordable price point than some of its competitors. So what made the OnePlus One such a special phone, and is it still relevant in 2023? Let's check it out. First, let's talk about the design. Oh hey, didn't see you there. Just here to remind you to subscribe. The OnePlus One had a sleek and minimalist design that was ahead of its time. It featured a 5.5-inch display with slim bezels at the time, and its back cover was made of a sandstone material that provided a unique texture and grip. But the OnePlus One wasn't just a pretty face. It had some pretty impressive specs under the hood. For example, it had the Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor and 3 gigs of RAM, which was pretty good at the time. It also came with a 13-megapixel rear camera and a 5-megapixel front camera, which were both solid performers. So how does the camera on the OnePlus One hold up in 2023? Well, let's start by taking a look at some sample photos. As you can see, the photos taken with the OnePlus One's rear camera still look pretty good, even by today's standards. They're not as sharp or detailed as some of the photos you might get from a newer flagship phone, but they still have a decent amount of detail and color accuracy, though it might struggle a bit at night. The front-facing camera on the OnePlus One, on the other hand, is a bit more of a mixed bag. While it can still take decent selfies, the 5-megapixel resolution and lack of modern selfie features like portrait mode or beauty filters may leave some users feeling a bit underwhelmed. So does the OnePlus One still have a good camera in 2023? Overall, I would say that it does. While it may not be the best camera out there, it can still take decent photos that will be more than sufficient for most users. One of the things that really set the OnePlus One apart from its competitors was its software. It ran a custom version of Android called CyanogenMod, which was known for being highly customizable and offering a lot of extra features. So looking at its software, is it still relevant in 2023? Well, it's certainly not a phone that you would want to use as a daily driver, but it still has some redeeming qualities. For example, its display is still quite good, and its sandstone back cover still provides a unique texture and grip, which is lacking in most phones today. Additionally, because the OnePlus One was such a popular phone, there is still a large community of developers who create custom ROMs and mods for the device. This means that if you're someone who likes to tinker with your phone and experiment with different software, the OnePlus One would still be a great choice. Of course, there are some downsides to using a phone that's almost a decade old. The most noticeable factor would be the battery life. Its battery has degraded over time, and it may struggle to keep up with more demanding apps and games as well. But overall, the OnePlus One is still a great phone that has stood the test of time. It was a true flagship killer that paved the way for more affordable high-end phones, and its legacy can still be felt in the tech industry today. If you would ask me whether I want to buy the OnePlus One in 2023, I would generally say yes. But there's a major disadvantage of using this phone in 2023. It is a 3G supported phone, and 4G or 5G SIMs won't work on it. So there's no calling or mobile data. You can still use your Wi-Fi on it, but you can't do stuff while on the go. In conclusion, the OnePlus One still holds a special place in the hearts of many tech enthusiasts. It was a phone that dared to be different, and it succeeded by offering a premium high-end experience at such a low price point. While it may not be the most practical choice in 2023, it's still a phone that's worth remembering and appreciating for what it represented in the world of tech. To check whether you should buy the iPhone SE in 2023, click here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.